born in England. My mother was Irish, my father was from Yorkshire. And we moved to Ireland when I was very young. I was at school over here, went to College of Art over here, and I graduated in 1973. And I've been painting professionally ever since. So I was lucky enough when I left college to be taken on by a gallery straight after my kind of diploma show. I joined the Neptune Gallery. It was run by a man called Bruce Arnold at the time. And that lasted throughout the 70s. And he closed the gallery and I moved over to Taylor Gallery, where I have been ever since. I have shown the Clare Morris Gallery before. I had a two-person show here with Charlie Tyrrell about 2 years ago. And I think I was in one or two group shows as well prior to that. So I'm familiar with the... Yeah. Well, I go up to the Ballinglen Arts Foundation, which is based in Ballycastle, and most people know about it now. It's become quite a presence on the Irish art scene. It was set up by an American couple. There's probably no need to go through the whole history of it, but I was invited to go up there in I think the early 90s, and I had no interest. I didn't really want to go because for years, we've been fed a diet of paintings from Connemara and the paintings of the west of Ireland, and it just seemed like such a cliche in Irish painting. I know the west of Ireland sustained painting for the first half of the 20th century, and it was very important. Then I wondered, would there be something at the beginning of the 21st century? Because it was during the 20th century, the early part of the 20th century, that Connemara was so significant with Paul Henry and Charles Lamb, and then there was another wave after that, another wave after that. But I wondered if in 2000 there would be anything to sustain, as I say, painting. So I thought there probably wouldn't, but you might as well go over anyway. So over I went, and it was quite a surprise. It really was. The thatch cottages were gone, but the modern bungalows had arrived. And you just had this real interesting area because it was a place that had been suffered hugely from emigration. And then along came the boom, and the people who emigrated came back and built bungalows on, where the family had farms previously, and there was a kind of sense of regeneration in the area. It was very interesting. I remember going into pubs in Ballycastle and Killala and being surprised at the number of English accents, particularly Northern English accents, and then to discover that there were actually people from that area, or the children of people from that area. So it was that immediately, because I'm very interested in narrative and I'm very interested in story, and I'm very interested in the business of living in a place. And it was all there in Mayo. There was just a whole massive sort of potential narrative material in the area,